Boys and girls, what we're going to do today is we're going to make our portrait for our wild and wacky hair. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a capital U shape. And since we're not going for a realistic portrait, because that's not what our assignment is, we're going to be creating it kind of in a cartoon shape. So I'm going to use my big Sharpie here so you can see my lines. And you don't want to make it so big to where you don't have room to add details. Okay, and if it's uneven, just make the other side a little taller. Now towards the top, but not all the way at the top, you want to draw your eyes. And the way I like to do is I like to draw the top part of my eyes first and then the bottom. And it's okay if they're not even, because we're not worried about them being even. Inside of the eyes, you want to draw your iris and your pupils. Draw your eyebrows on the top in a little like a hook shape or a backwards J for a nose, and then that is going to be our indication of a nostril. For our mouth, you can do a straight line and then make your lip shape, which this guy has a crooked mouth. Okay, so in your directions it tells you how to make the girl hair, and yes, it does. If you're going to do a girl, it looks better if you go up towards the top and kind of make it sprout out and around. So the triangle shape that is shown in the instructions works really well for that. However, it doesn't really show you how to make hair on a boy. So I'm going to show you that part. And it's essentially the same. You start with a wavy line. That is your hairline. And then I like to do either a rounded shape like that, or you can do a square shape. I've done a couple that were square shape. And then you kind of, oh, you know what we forgot? We forgot to draw ears. The ears, you want to have them lined up with your eyes, so the top of your ears are with your eyes. The bottom of your ears should line up with the side of your nostril. And you want to do the same thing on the other side. Draw a small C shape on the inside. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine is not. Okay, so back to the hair. You kind of want to have crazy hair. So yesterday I drew one that kind of looked like Naruto or Dragon Ball Z, or any of those crazy spiky hair. So kind of think about cartoon characters and how their hair looks kind of crazy, and kind of go with that. So I'm going to do kind of some spikes on this side, some waves on this side. I'm going to change it up. It kind of looks like a moose. And then I'm going to go angles, and then puffy, and then back to zigzag. Now inside of here, I'm going to go through and make my different shapes. I'm going to go here and I'm going to just block off shapes where I've changed my pattern. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to add some areas that are going to be different, and I'm just going to connect them to different spots. So now I kind of have like a stained glass effect with my hair. I'm pretty happy with the way that hair looks. So now I'm going to go down here and add some details to my person. They need to have a neck. If you make your neck too long, like mine's kind of too long, you can just go like this. And look, I fixed it. It's now a shirt collar. Start around here, make your shoulders. They're just kind of arches that go down to the paper. Make sure you have your indication for your arms. So it kind of looks like a person now. Now inside each one of these shapes is when you're going to add your patterns. I'm going to let you decide how you want your patterns to look. You do have pattern sheets that you can copy off of and create anything you want. Now in here, for example, I'll do one pattern to show you. So in here, I'm going to go, I'm just going to put some zigzag lines, and then in between each one, I'm going to create some contrast by adding dots. So now I've created not only a line pattern, but contrast by using the dots in between and then leaving these spaces open. And that's kind of what I want you to do for the rest of your hair. If there's any questions, you can ask them now.